Alright, so I touched on this briefly on IG, but thankfully for the troops, through a private donor that just wanted to help them out, they did make arrangements where the soldiers can still get paid. So solid capital W for the guy who donated all that money for the troops. So let's see if we can reach in this bag and find some W's that the government's pulling out. I'm trying real hard, but the closest thing to a win for them that I've been able to find, or even for the people whose livelihoods are being affected, is that the U.S. Department of Agriculture actually has an emergency fund set up for food shortages. Like if SNAP runs out, if there's a drought or a need to fund school lunches, or maybe for whatever reason we're unable to buy agriculture products from other countries in some cases, then they actually have something set up for that. Okay, that's good, right? Apparently, the amount that Congress put in to fund it isn't even enough to cover one emergency, let alone a whole basket of them. In a given month, the government pays out about $8 or $9 billion in SNAP benefits, but the emergency fund only has $5 or $6 billion. I wish I was joking. Like, what the fuck was that meeting like?
Alright guys, we gotta sit down and talk serious about a plan to make sure people can still get fed if some shit happens and we need to get funding for food and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna set aside some money. You think maybe we should make sure that the amount we put in is enough to actually pay? Nah, fuck that. We'll just throw in like $5 or $6 million and assume it's enough. Alright, meeting dismissed.
Yeah, Trump's apparently arguing with the federal court on how much of it to use. He apparently only wants to use about $4.6 billion of it, but there's not enough there even if he wanted to use all of it. So, I mean, what do you really expect him to do if there's not enough money, So they're apparently looking for ways to, cover the gap, and still looking for that. They're still at an impasse, can't seem to, agree on how to end the shutdown or get the spending right or whatever. And I guess in the meantime, those of you getting food stamps are going to just eat half of what you don't really eat. I'm sorry, man. I feel bad for you guys. I really do. Yeah. Like I could be reaching at this point. Like, man, there's got to be a W in here somewhere, but I ain't found one, so I don't know, man. A big concern with how long it might last, too, is coming up as well. If they continue to just reject every bill, no matter what, until someone gets their way, the shutdown could end up continuing all the way up until January, I think. This is just me speculating. Because the vote to extend the tax credit that they need for Obamacare to be affordable next year is in December. So if they don't settle it by then, it won't matter because there won't be any funding next year for Obamacare. And by then, it'll be too late to fund what was originally the purpose of the shutdown. But there does appear to be a silver lining here somewhere. Apparently, the question of how to pay recipients with, the funding cut has prompted the USDA to take a closer look at some of its existing fraud investigations. Okay, so there's some good news. The first people who, were going to be selected to not get it are the people who, lied about being poor to get free food. Okay, cool. On paper, at least. Apparently, the big scandal is, people getting benefits in multiple states, along with illegal immigrants and dead bodies getting food stamps. So if they finally take a tougher stance on all the fraud, we could see, considerable benefits, coming the way. But essentially speaking, they really kind of just need the shutdown to end to resume benefits. So, sorry, guys. Yeah, I tried so hard to reach in this bag and pull out a win for somebody, but I don't know. Here's hoping it works out for somebody. Fingers crossed, guys. And let me know what you think in the comments section. Like and subscribe, and good luck.